ongoing war that is not covered by anyone in DRC.
Sasa naibu rais Rigathi Gachagua amemjibu Malema.
Nimeona hata mtu mwingine ametoka South Africa, hajui Kenya, ameingia tu asubuhi ameanza kusema mambo ya Kenya. Tungetaka kuambia wageni wakitembea waheshimu viongozi wa ile nchi wametembea. Sisi tumetembea nchi za ng'ambo na tunaenda tunakaa, hatuwezi kumtusi rais wa nchi ya ng'ambo.
Malema alikuwa nchini kwa uzinduzi wa masuala ya Afrika na ushirikiano wa mataifa barani. Gachagua akitaka Malema kukoma kuingilia Kenya.
Sisi tungetaka kuomba viongozi kutoka nchi jirani, mkitembea hapa Kenya.
I want us to have a talk on the two videos about the Deputy President and South African opposition, Julius Malema. We are seeing them rubbing shoulders. Somebody somewhere sat down and said that truth is always bitter. But the big question here, was the Deputy President necessary to respond immediately on Julius Malema to attack Ruto's administration? It means that there is truth somewhere. That is why we are seeing Rigathi Gachagua is defending his boss, which is not bad. I have a message for you, ladies and gentlemen, from Phil Tucker, saying, in failure may we find dignity, in loss may we find wisdom, in pain may we find growth, and may our soul rise, ever rise. Phil Tucker, the white song. I always love his speeches or verses. Why have I just said this? I've said this because Kenyans had failed. We had failed and not obeyed Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's advices. So the wisdom that I bring to you today is that let's have wisdom for 2027 general election. In that next term, we don't feel this pinch that we are now getting into. Welcome to Zion Kenya TV YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe that this video is going to find you well wherever you are. Personally, I'm fine. And we are still hoping for the best in this afternoon. So I want us to ask ourselves, why do you think there is a clash between Rigathi Gachagua and Julius Malema? One, that the guilty ones are always afraid. That is why we are seeing Rigathi Gachagua is responding. It means they are guilty. The truth is always bitter. And Julius Malema, who have stormed the government, knows very well that Ruto is not working to the people of Kenya. I think yesterday I did that analysis, and the truth is that they have failed to fulfill the promises. Number two, if Rigathi Gachagua is saying that Malema don't understand much about Kenya, what of the newspapers? The same way he's reading the newspapers from South Africa, the same way Malema is reading the newspapers from Kenya. So it means he knows more about Kenya. Simple as that. And as a leader, you have to get that and understand. Number three, why do you think Rigathi Gachagua is bitter? He's bitter because Julius Malema have exposed it to the world. And that is why these people are bitter. Because you can't tell me Kenya lacks money to pay to help Kenyans on fulfilling the promises, as the president budget or presidential budget for traveling goes to 11 billion. It means there is money in the treasury. And this is what we seem to not to understand. But I think you've now understood it better. Then lastly, from that video, Malema is courageous and Rigathi Gachagua is afraid. That is why he's afraid, because Malema is hitting them directly and telling them to avoid fake promises to Kenyans. I think we can recall what they said during their campaigns. But again, Africans and Kenyans as all, we need to understand that for all those praising Malema, I have a quote for you. This is my quote, that let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. That one you should understand and digest. As much as we are fighting for freedom, let us maintain that brotherhood. Let us maintain that unity. Let us focus as the people of Kenya and as the people of Africa. The president have actually failed. That is the truth, as Malema have exposed it. Because Malema also, according to me, was expecting a warm reception from the dignitaries on Ruto's administration. But we saw Jimmy Wanjigi, who is also a politician, and the governors, plus the rest, were the ones welcoming him in the Republic. Somebody somewhere asked from Malema's speech down the comment there, which I was reading, that was he expecting the red carpet? That is why he was bitter. No, the truth is that Kenya Kwanza failure have been seen in Africa as well, and even across the world. We know that there is a war between Ukraine, whichever they are saying, Palestine, but this is too much. This government, they should do something for Kenyans. Yes, they should do something, and that is why we are seeing Rigathi Gachagua from that video also is speaking in Kiswahili, because he knows very well that even the world are watching, as much as they will get translation. But this is very tough time, because obvious these people are now regretting why they are now in the government. So ladies and gentlemen, what can you say on this Julius Malema and Rigathi Gachagua? With me, I'm seeing Malema is saying the truth, and the truth is always bitter. That is why we are saying Rigathi Gachagua is defending William Samoei Ruto. And lastly, it means that the leader have challenged African leadership. Malema have challenged African leadership. So leaders in Africa, you should wake up and avoid this conmanship that you always do to vulnerable people who select you. Bye bye. My name is Charles, and I want to wish you all the best in this afternoon hour. Kindly, if this might be your first time watching me, kindly take a 1 second and click the subscription button and subscribe. Support this channel by subscribing. Watch our videos, like, drop your opinion at the comment section below, because your opinions are very much essential for us to rectify the mistakes that we always do. Stay tuned at Zion Kenya TV.